Hello, I'm Peter Abboud, and I'm going to share with you my quadratic equations project that I did with my Algebra 1 class. And this was the first time that my students were exposed to nonlinear algebra. And we did 3 sets of problems. The first one was called the snow days problem. And in that problem, students were shown a video of snow falling, and they could see how many inches of snow there were every second. And what they had to do was figure out how much snow would fall after 24 hours. And so then they used a tool like Desmos to plot the points and to find a line of best fit to see how many inches of snow there would be after 24 hours. And they quickly saw that the line was not a straight line, but actually a quadratic equation. So the second problem was based on the Hot Rod movie problem. And what the students did is they watched this video clip. And they had to determine whether or not Andy Samberg's character would clear the jump or not. And again, they used tools to help them model the equation and to model the jump and to use that to figure out whether or not he would clear it. And in this case, the tool they used was GeoGebra. And finally, the last problem was called The Fall of Javert, and what they did for that is they actually explored one of the last scenes of the movie Les Miserables. And in that last scene, Javert jumps off of a bridge and he falls for a total of 7 or 8 seconds, and he's singing while he's falling. And what the students do is they explore whether or not it's physically likely that Javert would have fallen for the entire 8 seconds because of how high it was. And if it's likely that there would be a bridge that would be as high as would need to be in order for him to fall the distance that he falls. And so they used a quadratic equation to figure that out. And at the very end of the problem, they actually wrote a letter to the director of the movie to explain their findings. And that letter was actually part of a CRA assessment that the students were doing.
My favorite problem was The Fall of Javert, because I'm pretty sure it was based on a true story. And so we had to figure out how long it took him for him to die. And it could be a real life situation. I mean, I'm not gonna jump off a bridge or anything, but it could be real life.
Okay, my favorite problem for this project was the Hot Rod problem, because we got to watch a clip of the movie where the guy jumped over a bunch of buses. We had to decide whether or not he was gonna make it. And we got to use an online resource where we could use parabolas and quadratics to calculate how far he'd have to go.